and they have to be supported. Okay, even people like immigration, Federal Character Commission. I did a job with them, and they have a very robust data gathering department on infrastructure, national infrastructure. I want to know what the AFDB can do in terms of support to encourage these agencies to come together, so that like in Europe and America, like the US Census Bureau, we can have a national centralized data ecosystem. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I think Dr. Nema's paper is out, so please.
Okay, thank you. So,
Dr. Nema, you still have 10 minutes.
okay, next slide, please. Okay, so I think we could all agree that agriculture plays an important role in the economy of most, if not all, African countries, right? But the sector still faces many challenges. Many farmers, particularly smallholder farmers, works very hard, but the production is significant, very low. And there are so many reasons for that. Among that is limited access to data and information. Many of our farmers are still using traditional farming methods in their day-to-day activities, including crop and disease detection and others. So this, together with other constraints, make it very hard for farmers to have good harvests. Next slide. In Africa, farmers produce less than half of their potential yield. And this is because many of the decisions, for example, when is the right time to sow seed and others, are made based on the experience and without even using data. So if we bring data and artificial intelligence, we could bridge this productivity gap. And there is a need for smarter and data-driven agriculture, particularly in Africa. Next. So why data and AI matters? This is because data help us to uncover patterns which we cannot see on our own, while artificial intelligence is there to help to use the data so as to give us insights which can help us in decision making. It could be relating to the prediction, automation, or even personalization. So data and AI making farming smarter and more productive. Next. So, what are the application of artificial intelligence we as African or Nigerian we could leverage? There are so many applications, and I'll just try to summarize a few. Artificial intelligence can be applied in crop yield detection, where AI can use images or soil data and weather to predict yield. In addition to that, we can see the application of artificial intelligence even in farm mapping, where AI-powered GPS together with other mapping tools can be used to monitor a farm so as to help to manage land. Not only that, but we as African, we can leverage the opportunity of artificial intelligence in crop damage detection, whereby images can be used to identify pests and diseases and provide early warning so as to prevent large-scale losses. Also, in recommendation system, AI can be used to analyze several factors and also to provide a recommendation based on the best farming practices. Next. So back to where I work at the Nelson Mandela African Institution of Science and Technology, I am leading 5 projects which have received the fund from different agencies, including IDRC from Canada, CEDA from Sweden, Google AI, and Grow Further from USA. And in all of these projects, what we are trying to do is to use artificial intelligence to address challenges in agriculture. I try to summarize some of these projects so as we can see how we as Nigerian, we can leverage the opportunity and address the same issue here in Nigeria. So in one of the projects funded by IDRC and CEDA through Lacuna Fund, what we are doing is to generate imagery data set for the crop disease detection. Why data set? Because we as African, we are lacking our own African data set. So we generated the data, and put it in public access repository. So other researchers in this field can use the data freely. We have another project which is funded by IDRC and SIDA through African Center for Technology Study. And in this project, we are using the data which we have collected to develop deep learning solutions in agriculture. Another project which is funded by UNESCO through Organization for Women in Science for the Developing World. The focus is to build capacity of AI researchers, particularly for female researchers. Why female? Because we are very few in this field and we want to empower each other so that we can bring more women in this field. In addition to that, we are developing AI solutions to help addressing diseases affecting Irish potato and common beans. Another project which we are funded by Data Science Africa, we have established the lab at our institution, which brings together researchers from different parts of the world and within the institution to present what are the challenges and opportunities so that we can help each other. And so far, more than 30 members of the lab, we are working together, having the monthly meeting to see what are the challenges and how we can help each other. And the Grow Further project, this aims to develop AI solutions to address the issue of detecting diseases affecting maize and common bean for the climate change adaptation. Next. So in all of these projects, we are divided our work into 3 phases. The first one is situational mapping, where we assess knowledge, perception, and practices on disease management. So we go to the farm in order to understand what is there on the ground and how we can bring technology on board. In addition to that, we assess artificial intelligence and machine learning technology adaptation in agriculture so as we can see how much do these farmers have knowledge on AI and how we can equip knowledge to them. In the second phase is data collection, where we collected imagery data using the ODK tool which we have developed, and then the data is cleaned, labeled, annotated, and shared in open access repositories for other researchers in different countries to use. And last is model development and deployment, where we test our model, we train, test, and validate, and the well-performed model is deployed in a mobile application. Next. So in all of this project, we are engaging with different stakeholders, including the Ministry of Agriculture, who are responsible with all matters relating to agriculture within the country. So these are the ones who approve all the project activities and link us with agricultural extension officers. Next. In addition to that, we engage farmers, agricultural extension officers, and village leaders throughout the process of the project, from the situational mapping to the tool deployment. Why? Because we are doing our best to make sure that they are feeling like they are part of the process, rather than not engaging them throughout the process. Next. So we also engage with research institutions, higher learning institutions within the country and outside the country. So we have been collaborated with different institutions, including Makerere AI Lab, Namibia University of Science and Technology, and Kara Agro AI in Ghana. So in all of these, we are doing our best also to include private sector in order to make sure that we bring the consortium, which is very strong, to help on addressing our project activities. Next. Okay, so far we have been able to collect more than 1 million imagery data set for maize, banana, common beans, and Irish potato. And these data are publicly accessible in different repositories, including Harvard, Zenodo, and Mendeley. So for those who will be interested, feel free to use the data set. It is online and freely. And so far, we have more than 8,000 downloads from different users within Africa and outside. Next. In addition to that, we have developed the application, which is called the Kilimo AI, for the early detection of diseases. So far, the application is detecting diseases affecting maize and common bean, and we are working on integrating the application with other model which has been developed for the detecting disease affecting banana and Irish potato. So far, more than 63,000 farmers and 56 extension officers are using the application. These are those who are from the villages which we have involved during the process of development. But once the app is ready, it will be released for all farmers within the country and even outside. Next. So we also build capacity of agricultural extension officers and farmers on how they can use technology to detect crop diseases. And also we build capacity of researchers by providing scholarship for those who want to study postgraduate for masters and PhD in order for them to be able to explore this field of artificial intelligence. And findings of this project has been disseminated in different platforms, including conferences, workshops, and forums such as Women in Machine Learning and Black in Artificial Intelligence in Canada and USA. Next. So also we have published our findings. For those who will be interested to know more about technical aspect, feel free to go online. You will find our articles. We have more than 30 articles, which we have published in reputable journals and published, including Elsevier and Nature. Next. We have also engaged in the policy formulation within and outside the country, including as a technical team member for drafting Tanzania Development Vision 2050, long-term perspective plan, and currently I'm working with the National Bureau of Statistics in Tanzania in developing a national data strategy, without forgetting other international strategies such as UNESCO Artificial Intelligence Readiness Report. Next. So what can we learn from all of this? I have noticed that based on the engagement which I have done in different projects, I have noted as we as African, we are developing a lot of AI solutions. It could be in agriculture, in health, or in other sectors. But what we can leverage more from this is that first we need to invest more in digital infrastructure that support artificial intelligence and data science. So once we do this, we need to think about even those farmers who are in the village without having electricity or internet. What kind of solution are we going to bring to them? Let us think about infrastructure that is going to support based on their environment. We as developer, we are always forgetting those from the village, and sometimes we are developing solution only for farmers in town. In addition to that, we need to train young scientists in this field of artificial intelligence and data science. And I was very happy to engage in pre-conference workshop where I saw participants where I equipped with the knowledge of machine learning and others. So we need to continue doing that, and also to train young scientists from the primary, secondary school levels so that they could be aware about artificial intelligence and how they can use this technology to address our own African challenges. In addition to that, we need to engage community in all stages of our development. So it's not all about we as scientists, we sit in the laboratory and then we come up with a solution to them. Let us engage them so that they feel like they're part of the process, even if at the end of the project they will continue using the solution. And lastly, let us share the open data policy. Once we as Tanzanian we have collected the data sets, let us make it public so as our friend in Nigeria could use the data. And also we need to push multi-country collaborations. Let us work together. Nigeria and Kenya, Tanzania,